Hi, Fashion Dolls. It is Thankful Thursday, July 25th, and welcome to an all new episode of Style by Stevie. Our very special guest today is no stranger to the show. He's been on the show previously already, and this is his second appearance. Today, we are going to be catching up with him to see what he's been up to since our very first interview. So, without further ado, let's welcome back to the Dollhouse Fashion Dolls. Please forgive me for my tardiness. Do y'all like the goddess locks? Y'all like the goddess locks? This hair is heavy. So please forgive me for my tardiness. All right? So without further ado, let's welcome our very special guest, Ish Brown. Hello.
Hey,
Hi.
hey y'all, what's up? Nothing much.
Hi, stranger. It's been a minute.
I know. I'm here at work. How's everything with
And
you?
I am doing wonderful. It is great to have you back. This is our
Yes,
second interview.
second one. How's everything been going
Yes.
since the first one with
It
you?
It's been amazing. It's been taking off like a whirlwind. So many interviews left and right. We
I
are
told
officially
you.
fixing to hit 700. We are
Yeah,
close. Yesterday would have made 648. This is 649. So we have a whole lot more to
yeah,
come in the future.
yeah. And I told you from the last interview that everything was going to keep growing for you and keeps like growing and prospering for you. And I just pray that it continues to do that for you. And I'm super, super proud of you.
Thank you. And I'm proud of you too. What has
Thank
happened
you.
since our very first interview? What extra has happened since then?
Um, what's been going on out here? So I have my streaming network, Zerk Network. It's gonna be out and published in September. So the debut of my own streaming network will be out in September. My show is gonna drop out. My first show that I spoke to everyone about, the first interview, Click, that will be dropping on my birthday, August 26th, which is very, very exciting. I'm super, super excited
Next
about that.
month.
Yes,
Right
next
around the
month.
corner.
Not right around the corner. Yes, yes. I'm gonna do it. My birthday's on the 26th, which is a Monday, but I'm gonna drop the episode the day before on the 25th. So on Sundays, you guys will get that. I have some more shows that's coming together that's in development right now for the network, and for Ish Productions. What else am I doing? Oh, I officially moved to California, so now I live in California now. Yeah, so like that's going amazing for me as well. So I'm super, super excited about that. I've been out here in California since December, so I've been out here for like 8 months. I already got my own place. I'm about to get my car and everything like that. I have an amazing job that I work at now. From the last time we spoke, I was at Starbucks out here. And now I work at a car rental place, making even more money than what I was doing before. That's what's helping me, put my streaming network and my productions and everything together. And then working here, because I work in Beverly Hills. So working here, I've just been meeting all types of actors, producers, directors, and just been connecting and networking and stuff like that. So honestly, like this transition from New York to California has been nothing but a blessing.
And so much more opportunities. I mean, New York, the Big Apple, is a lot of opportunity there, but LA, going out to LA and California is a whole lot more. It's a whole new arena.
Mm.
So, how has family reacted to this big move? And I'm so proud of you. Nurse Julie
Thank
says
you.
congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. My family, it's so it's so funny because I left December 16th from New York, and my mom's birthday is December 13th. So I wanted to make sure that I at least spend her birthday with her. And she didn't believe that I was going to move until the day after her birthday. I had went to her house and I showed her my flight ticket, and I'm like, "Oh, I paid for my flight," and she just started crying. And she took me to the airport and stuff. She did not want to let me go, anything like that.
Oh,
So that was like tough to like leave them because I'm the oldest of eight. So like I'm like the heart of the family. So me leaving was like a, oh my God, it's you're leaving, like So it was hard. It was hard. My first holiday without them was Christmas, and that was hard. At that time, and then my mom came out here to visit me this past June, which was something that I really really needed because I felt like something was missing, and that was something that was missing was that family aspect to have family around me. you know, because I'm out here with no family at all. Like I'm here by myself. So, you know, like
Fresh
at
start.
first, yeah,
Yeah.
first start. Yeah, at first it was very emotionally like it was like emotionally challenging, but then as I started to, you know, still be here months going by, it started to, you know, adjust and everything like that. And it just started to get better. But between Christmas and Mother's Day, horrible for me. It was just like, I can't take it. I want to be with my mom and my family and stuff, but they know that I'm here and I have a higher purpose for myself being here. So they know like all support is right behind me, you know. And yeah,
All the way.
it's been a blessing. It's been a blessing. It's been challenging, but it's been a blessing overall.
And that was going to be my next question for you with holidays and things, because you said you left back in December,
Mhm.
adjusting, and then Mother's Day was there, and
Mhm.
then all these other holidays falling in line as well too.
Mhm.
So I know it must have been difficult with your family processing without you being there.
Yeah, yeah, cause like even like for Memorial Weekend, like usually my mom throws a big cookout for Memorial Weekend that we do like every year. This year was the first year she didn't do it, cause she was like, "You're not here. It doesn't feel the same, so I'm not doing nothing." And I was just like, "No, that's gonna make me feel even more sad and bad about the situation, about me leaving." But then I understand because, like I said, like I'm the heart, you know. So like even Christmas was like for them. She was like Christmas. She didn't do nothing like that neither. She gave her gifts to everybody, and she just left it there.
And look at you now. You're now in LA. It's a new start. When you leave, when you're starting and you're spreading your wings on your own, it's a complete new journey. What are some
Hmm.
sentiments and advice that you would give to people also who are looking to move and venture out as it pertains to getting into the entertainment business? Because you've done things, you collaborated with Glad magazine and so many other things throughout your career. You've got your
Hmm.
projects that'll be coming out. Everything is
Hmm.
all falling in line. So what are some
Hmm.
gems that you would give to up and coming creators that are looking to sort of spread their wings and go out and venture off with their family?
I say take the chance, take the risk. I took a chance and I took a risk, and I didn't know which way it was gonna go. Honestly, I just wanted to try and see like where I just wanted to see like how everything was gonna go. But like when I was on my way to the airport, God was in my ear like, "This is your time." You know, so like anybody that's thinking about, hey, I want to move, I want to go out of state, you can do that. Just keep that faith that everything's gonna go well and it's gonna happen for you. You know, like you're gonna prosper. You know, it will be scary at times, but if you got faith in God, like everything's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be fine. You're gonna be great. You're gonna be great. Always keep a positive attitude. Think of everything in a positive light. There's some things that may not be in your hand with certain things, but you can't stress that. You can't stress that. You just gotta keep moving forward. Keep moving forward.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you, Nali. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yes, I hope you guys are loving the Goddess Lots. I wanted to do something for the summertime. I wanted to do something different other than just my typical. Because the last time Ish was here, I think my hair was blonde, if
Blonde.
I'm not
Yes.
mistaken.
Yes, it
Yes,
was.
it was
It
blonde.
was.
So I
It
want to
was.
get away
And you
from the
had
blonde for a
purple, and
little
you was
bit.
wearing purple too at that time too, if I'm not
Yes.
mistaken. Yeah, you wore purple. I remember that. Yes.
So y'all know it. Y'all know it. I had to change it up today for the summertime. This hair is heavy. So if you
Right.
see me kind of do this a little bit, tilt to the side, you know why.
It's right.
But yes, Ish, I wanted to get your opinion because it is so much that is going on with both of us being creators that are in the queer community, being the
Mhm.
vocal point for so many black voices within the queer community. We're
Mhm.
seeing a shift of what is going on, and I'm pretty sure you've seen and have become aware to Project 2025,
Mhm.
what is going on with that, and how it is going to affect. And I meant to send you a link because I think you would be great to join this call. Hopefully, they're not maxed out. It is queer black men for Kamala Harris. And it's thousands of black men and they're in the queer
Mhm.
community and they're going to be linking up for Kamala Harris
Okay.
tonight. Um, oh
Send
my
me that
goodness.
link. Send me that link.
Yes. Project 2025 is everywhere because I've seen a few people post a flyer for it. So I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
send it to you. I meant to send
Okay.
it to you and a
Okay.
few of my other colleagues as well too. Project 2025. Let's talk about how it is going to affect queer people. They are trying
Mm.
to ban transgender healthcare. That means gender affirming surgery. They are trying to take that
Trying to
away.
take
And this
everything
is what
away. Yeah.
Republicans are trying to do. They are trying to reverse same sex marriage as well too. And I've
Mm-hmm.
seen Kamala do her address today as well. And this
They're
is
trying
what
to
she said.
continue with the ban
Yeah.
on abortions. They're trying to continue, like they're trying to cut out the Medicare and everything like that, which is
Medicare,
horrible.
Social Security.
Yeah, which is horrible. Like, honestly, anybody that's watching, please vote for Kamala. Honestly, like the support that she has behind our community, the LGBTQ community, is very, very strong. It's very, very strong. And then not only that, even for our cisgender females, like I was just speaking about this with my coworker. Like, it's sad to hear men wanting to pass a bill where women don't have a right to abortion. You have to think about certain situations that women go through, like especially if it's a woman and say like if they was sexually abused and then now they're pregnant. You don't know what that does to their mental to have to sit there and have to give birth and raise a child that they know that came from being sexually abused. And me coming from a family of women, that's not something that should be passed through. Me coming from a family with a lot of transgender women, to take their rights away from trying to secure their identity is disgusting to me. It's very, very disgusting because everybody has rights. Trans women, they all have rights. Trans women and trans men all have rights. So to try to take that away, that's disgusting. Because at the end of the day, y'all, they want to fulfill who they are. And it's more than just the outside, it's the feelings of inside, emotionally, mentally, So to take that away is so sad to hear that they want to, strip that away, And can't nobody identify our community the way how we do. Can't nobody tell us how to walk, how to think, how to move, how to emotionally be attached to who your identity is. So to have someone else to take that away, it's like, what? Mm-mm. No, I don't stand behind that. Project 2025 is built to break down the community, which would cause, to my opinion, it's going to cause a civil war. 20 Project 2025 is going to cause a civil war. It's gonna cause a battle between the citizens and the political house, and that's something that I don't think that they really, really will want to happen. I don't
Thank
agree.
you.
I don't
Because I
agree.
texted my colleague about this, and he said the same thing that you're saying. Oh, they're trying to start. He said it very chill. I was laughing at it, but this is serious. He said
Yeah.
it very chill, like, oh, they're trying to start a civil war, and they're already calling for political violence. And I can give you the names of people who are calling for political violence. The Beach Blonde, Bad Built Butch Body, Marjorie Taylor Greene, and
Hmm.
her boyfriend, Carrie Lake. And then this one in North Carolina. He's a governor. He said that somebody deserves to be unalived. And we just saw Sonia Massey, who is a black woman, unalived in her home. This
In
is
her
scary because it
home.
reminds me so much of Breonna Taylor.
In her
It
home.
reminds me
And
so
that's the
much of
thing.
Breonna
In
Taylor.
her home, and she called for help. And it goes
I
from
rebuke
help
you in the name
to
of
her
Jesus were her
getting
last
killed.
words.
You know what I'm saying? Like, then that's sad. That's horrible. And they're not even looking at the big picture of that. Like, you guys want to take away certain things. What y'all need to do is handle this police brutality that's going on. And these police officers feeling like they have the higher power to do whatever they want to do because they're going to be supported and backed up by their commissioner or they head of police, department. And that's it's horrible. That's like going through slavery all over again, like
That's what they're trying to do,
where it's like
reverse
people of
everything
color
back.
don't have no rights, and we have to be walk a straight line and follow like this is about to be a dictatorship, like the world, like it's crazy and it's scary to see that our freedom is really hanging by the thread right now, and it's controlled by someone else. we all have our own lives to control, and to know that we are literally about to be controlled, or we're controlled by a house, a building, an establishment that these people was living under, and creating rules that satisfy them, and not thinking of overall, because it's not just going to affect America, it's going to affect the world. It's going to affect the world, and it's really, really horrible thinking about it and even talking about it, because it's like, why? What makes you not like us? What makes you want to take away from us? You know, I had a customer that said to me, you know, like, yeah, you know, Biden is not in the office and stuff like that, but you know, he did make a lot of jobs available for black people more than white people, and it's like, a job is a job. What people don't understand is, in the beginning of time, black people was already at the top of the pyramid. The culture changed, the power changed, and the power is changing back. The wheel is turning back, and the more that they see black people in all fields, doctors, lawyers, actors, producers, directors, business owners, hairstylists, everything is being black prominent. Black power is growing too much, and it starts to be intimidating, and it starts to be a threat. And that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to bring us down, because they know how powerful that we are, how powerful this color of skin is, and what it can actually do. You know what I'm saying? And even with us hopefully about to have a female president, so it's just crazy, honestly.
The misogynoir is already kicking in, as well as the racism. I am highly aware of what's going on in Gaza and the Palestinians. I don't have the range to have that conversation, but I will say this. Once we get Kamala in office, we hold her to the task to make sure that this is taken care of, that these people over here get help immediately. We're not going to stop talking about the GENCI. If you know, you know, finish the rest of the letters. I'm trying to be careful with what I'm saying, but I'm highly aware of that. But under Trump's administration, let me break down to you what an authoritarianism and a totalitarianism government would look like, as Ish just said, because I've been preaching it, and I don't know if y'all really grasp it. I'm gonna take y'all back. I'm y'all social studies teacher today. All right.
Come
So,
on.
absolutism, it is a political doctrine where total sovereignty and ultimate authority is vested in a dictator or monarch, usually heredity, as Ish just stated, a dictatorship. It involves leadership from one monarch. It is heredity. Also, it was been practices in Nazi Germany under the rules of Adolf Hitler. And who do we know loves Hitler, Putin, Stalin, Kim Jong-un, the man that is the color of Ish's shirt. That man right there. Donald Trump. Donald Jackass Trump loves dictators. So let's go into totalitarianism. This is what'll happen if he gets elected. We're going to be up under a dictatorship. They want to ban pornography. They want to ban TikTok. He wants to do all of those things. So the luxuries that you do in the privacy of your own home, he wants to take those things away from you. Yeah, y'all didn't know he was coming. They was coming for pornography. Yeah, they banning birth control, any contraceptive, anything that a woman can get. A woman will not have the control over their bodies. They've already overturned Roe versus Wade. Now let's go into totalitarianism, shall we? And I'm gonna show y'all some pictures. It is a form of government whereby the state has unlimited powers and full control over all aspects of both private and public life, including morals, financial attitudes, and beliefs of the citizens. Now, it is not heredity. It has been practiced in Iraq under the rule of Saddam Hussein, North Korea as well too under Kim Jong-un. Now, I do have a problem. Why was what's his name, hooting in the Congress yesterday? Why was he in Congress? He should have not been there. Now I'm gonna show y'all some pictures. These are dictators right here.
Yes.
And these photos are very, very scary. Look who's holding the Bible, y'all. Get the AI something. That's what he wants. That's what'll happen if he gets back in office.
Mm-hmm.
And who does he love so much right here in this photo? That is Adolf Hitler, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you have not checked this out on my page, you need to go and check it out. I have provided information, resources, links for you guys to go and check out. And I also put up a poll. I said, would you guys prefer dictatorship or democracy? 6 people voted for democracy. Nobody voted for dictatorship.
Mm-hmm.
So, we're
Nobody
moving
don't want to be
forward with Kamala,
controlled by somebody else.
whether you like it or not. Especially me being a black trans woman and being very sexual at that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in control of my sexuality.
Hello.
You don't have no say-so over my autonomy and my body.
Exactly. And that's the part that's so crazy, because it's like, also like, it's crazy when you think about history as well too, because they look up to Hitler, but they fail to realize also that it's crazy to say, but Hitler was in a lot of support of black people.
Oh, he's totally against Jews, gays, blacks, all of that. And to the ones that are saying, well, Trump gave us a check. Again, fact check. Let me fact check you. It was the Democrats and Congress who gave people the 12, who gave people the checks. Trump would not release those checks unless his name was on the back of the check. And as far as the rhetoric about Kamala locking black men up for marijuana, fact check on that as well too, because that's circulating. That, I don't know who put that out there about her locking up thousands a minute. It was 45. And she said in one point she wants to legalize marijuana. For those of you who out there, you love your trees, you love to roll up. See, that's another thing. They want to take all of these things. They want to take. Let's go down the list here. Share you. They want to defund Planned Parenthood. They want to prioritize drilling more fossil fuel, climate change, taxpayer money to religious schools. They want to eliminate public education. How many of you guys know teachers or have friends whose teachers out here? They want to repeal the Affordable Care Act. How many of you guys, when you go to the doctor's office, what is the first thing that they gonna ask you? The receptionist asks you, can we see your insurance, and can we see your what? Your Medicaid, your Medicaid or Medicare card, Social Security card. They want to see all of that. What are they gonna take away from you? Do y'all know how expensive insurance is out here in these streets for MetLife? What's another one? I cannot remember the name of it. But these are just a few
and stuff like that. You know, like people that, you know, it's
they
so
want
sad
the rich
because it's
to
like,
be rich.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They want the rich to be rich. And then to piggyback off of Kamala, listen, y'all gotta understand. People gotta understand also. Kamala is like someone's mom, auntie. You know, like at the end of the day, the people that she did send away or locked up, she was an attorney before. You know, so the people that she did lock up and stuff, she's cleaning it up. Sometimes you got to get a punishment. You know what I'm saying? But it's not like she's doing it just to be doing it. Like half of these lawyers that be sending these guys away, and they want to just send them away, just to send them away, and not really support them. She has a reason why she sent these criminals away for certain things, and it's like you have to understand she wants to clean up for the community. It's not something personal, but it's something that needs to be done. You know what I'm saying? And she's just trying to make a better world for everyone. You know, she still want to, like you said, she still want to legalize things, and Trump want to take away everybody's freedom. What it is that Trump is all about drama. He's all about drama and a show,
danger,
and a chaos.
And they already calling for violence for what happened to him July 13th. His supporters are dangerous, y'all.
And it's not.
And they want to
safe.
revoke birthright citizenship. He's a birther in chief. They want to create mass detention camps and deport millions of non-U.S. citizens. They want to end assistance for poor and working class people.
It's horrible. It's disgusting. Like, it's disgusting, honestly. It's really, really fucking disgusting. Excuse my language. Like, and no matter if this man was found guilty of whatever, how many charges that he was, they still
34.
are willing. They still are willing to put him back in the house. That's a problem. That's a problem. That right there, that don't show people right there that he is privilege going on because of the white skin. It's privilege going on because of the white skin. Because if it was a black man or say if it was Obama and he came up with 37 counts, he would have been stripped from his presidential rights, and he would have been locked up with no problem. With no problem. Everything is under the table and what the skin can do. That's why I said in the beginning, our skin is very threatening. Our color is very threatening to the other side because we can do so much and we have so much power and we're so influential that a lot of people would listen and they want to beat us. They want to beat us in many different ways, whether it's hair, whether it's lashes, whether it's the clothes, whether it's the music, whether it is political. They want to beat us. But if it's overpowering, overpopulated, what's another way we can strip them from their rights to make them feel less power, to depower, to take the power away from these people, and that's to give them a whole bunch of rules, bill, cause. But then the actual real cause that we need to be answered, and the real problems we need to be answered, they throw that shit on the back burner, and they say, "Oh, okay, you guys be fine. Oh, y'all don't need this. Oh, y'all don't need that. Oh, you want this, so you got to pay for it. Why? My people already paid for it 500 years ago when they were slaves. Why am I doing this? Why do I have to be restricted on certain things? Why do I have to be restricted on being who I want to be and live the way how I want to live? You know what I'm saying? That's just like you said, Kim Jong Un. You can't have more than 2 kids in your family. You have to have a boy and a girl. You can't have. It's too much. It's too much. If I'm not mistaken, North Korea they can't even leave out. They can't even leave from out their country. You know what I'm saying? Because it's restricted. And I have many customers that come and they're like, "Oh yeah, I live in this part of Korea. We can't. We're not allowed to leave out of our country. They're not allowed to leave out of their country because of this, that, and the third." And it's like that's sad. And if America's gonna be like that, it's not going to last. The people's gonna burn things down. Why? Because not only that, this new generation, they don't play
Gen
when it
Z,
comes
Gen
to
X.
racism and not being in your truth and having to follow this, that, and the third. They not standing for that. So this is why I said that civil war is going to happen. They're not
Another
standing for
thing is
that.
they want to invoke the Insurrection Act of 1807 in order to get rid of those who oppose them and repress protests without violating the Constitution. In other words, layman's terms, when Trump organizes the military and or the boys in black and blue, guess who's going to be the first targets? And it's going to be
Yeah.
people that look like this screen right here, like
Mhm.
Auntie Maxine said on that stage. What did he say? Oh, it's going to be a bee bath. It's going to be a bloodbath. It's going to be all of these things. They're calling for violence.
Mhm.
So all of this other stuff, once we get Kamala in office, Gaza, y'all, Gaza, Palestinian, I'm understanding that. I get it. Once we get Kamala in office, we can be able to press her on those issues. And I've been highly
And
critical
she's gonna make it
of that.
happen. She's gonna make it
Yes,
happen because
press
she's all
her
about
and Joe
change.
Biden, Joe Biden on these issues. Donald
Mhm.
Trump, you ain't gonna be able to do nothing under a dictatorship, y'all. And I want y'all to hear me and let that sink in. Your freedom, your luxuries of what you like to watch at home, or what you like to engage in, or who you like to marry, or whoop de whoop de whoop. They gonna take that away from you. So hear me and hear me good. I'm
Yeah.
not just making this stuff up, and I haven't been just posting like crazy for the past few couple of days for no reason. I have been giving you warnings, giving you education, doing it in a way where it's fun, but it's also still serious. If you don't hear it from me, listen to Taraji P. Henson. If you don't listen to Taraji, you need to listen to Kerry Washington's video. And it is very, very scary. Trump can
Yeah.
organize the military and anybody else that opposes or protests, like how we can protest right now for Sonia Massey, who we not going to stop saying her name. We can protest peacefully right now. Trump, if we out there protesting peacefully, he can organize the military or the boys in black and blue. And guess who the targets they going to go after? Innocent protesters. Because his side is already calling for political violence. While as Democrats are trying to be peaceful, and I know people are like out here, they're calling for this, that, and the third, but the Democrats, oh yeah, bring the draft back too. He wants to register men who are 18 to go into the military. You got to be 18 You gotta be a man to go in the military. They're trying to bring that back. They're trying to reverse history, as Naptown just said in the comments. Jim Crow laws. And as far as erasing Black history out of schools,
Mm-hmm.
banning books, they've already laid out the groundwork for it.
Mm-hmm.
And guess who is already writing the foreword for the book for Project 2025 for the Heritage Foundation? His guide that he selected, who called women who do not have children childless cat ladies.
Right.
So a woman don't have the right to choose if she wants to have children or not. That's crazy, even for the ones that don't have children, that want to have children. IV fertilization. They all of these things. Do you want to take away men and women 18 to 25?
Yeah.
That's what they want.
It's like
So
the
they want to
17.
revise history.
Yeah, it's like what was going on in the 1700s and the 1800s when it was the war going on. Soldiers was allowed to walk into people's homes and stay in their home during the war if they wanted to. You know, if you are a certain age, they come in the house and they basically like you got to go. You know, not the firstborn child, but any child after that have to go to the war and stuff like that. Like nobody don't want to go backwards. Nobody's not trying to go backwards. And the fact
That's
that they
what
try to
Kamala said. We're not going
force
back.
us to go back is like that's why I'm so happy that her campaign theme song was freedom, because it's like everything that she's talking and fighting for is all right here, you know. And it's just really, really sad. And like I said, it's scary to think like, okay, we had freedom, but then again, we really didn't have freedom like that. But now we really not gonna have no type of freedom. You know,
That's
it's horrible and
dictatorship
it's
over
sad.
democracy.
Yeah.
So I ask y'all, I plead my case and I ask y'all, what do y'all choose? And I wish Instagram would let me add the poll up. Dictatorship or democracy? Let that sink in. Because I see a lot of y'all are focusing on Gaza. Yeah, focus on it. We got to focus on it. Keep pressing her about that. Don't stop.
Mm-hmm.
When we
Mm-hmm.
get her in office, we can press her about that even more.
Mm-hmm.
But I want y'all to focus on the key thing: dictatorship. When you're down in your leisure time, what do you like to do? I know for me, I love to watch The Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'd be shocked if they banned Bravo too, because they already talking about banning TikTok. That's something he wants to put into place too.
And they only ban the
Again,
TikTok because they're
yeah,
giving out the information that they're giving out the information that the government don't want us to see, and that's why they want to ban TikTok so bad. It's because there's a lot of people, and the creator of TikTok, I praise them for even allowing people to go on that platform to give out certain information and knowledge for us to be knowledgeable. And they want to take that away because we're getting too smart. We're getting too smart for the government. We're starting to understand the underlines and the things that they do underneath the table. And, you know, it's sad to say, but sometimes you don't let your right hand know what the left hand is doing. And we're starting to know what that left hand is doing. And it's a threat. When people is threatened by things, they will go to the wildest limits to make sure that they are unthreatened.
and another thing, also as well too, as Naptown stated in the comments, taking away a woman's rights to her bodies, a woman's rights to choose. They've already overturned Roe versus Wade, and they've granted him they've granted him some immunity. My day job is calling, got to go. I'll circle back and watch the replay. Yes, the replay will be up, and you guys can head on over and subscribe to Style by Stevie. We're on the road to 700 shows, you guys. This makes 649. So we are on the road. We have been grinding back to back to back, episode after episode. As I was saying, they took away a woman's right to choose. Even if a woman doesn't have children or want kids, they would prefer a woman to have kids. That's patriarchy. And we are already starting to see the patriarchy and misogyny because Kamala Harris is a black woman. We're starting to see the cause for that. Malcolm X tried to put black people on game. Right. Let me tell you something else. Voting third party is not an option. Robert Kennedy Jr., guess who offered him a place in the administration? Trump did. Did y'all know that? Y'all didn't know that. Yeah, the Young Turks reported it. And if Farron Balance, this is his name, Farron Cousins, he reported it too. So yeah, his family, he sold his family out. His family don't even want nothing to do with it. So not voting or third party voting is like giving a vote to Trump. So y'all, I ask y'all, are y'all riding with me or not? Because if I
Right.
take off, I'm riding and I'm leaving passengers behind. I've already seen people, the shift in my follows go up and down on Instagram. People starting to follow because they say, oh, well, you're leaning more to the liberal side. I've always been progressive, but I've never been a Republican. I've never been a Republican. Never. I couldn't tap dance like Tim Scott for South Carolina, for my state down here is doing, or Lindsey Graham, or Nikki Haley as well too from South Carolina. I have to hold them accountable because I represent South Carolina, from South Carolina, born and raised down here. So I have to hold these people accountable.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not going back. I'm not
I'm
going
not.
back.
Nope.
And as Naptown stated, Malcolm X was trying to put people up on game.
Mm-hmm.
And I posted that quote in my stories for a reason, if you guys seen it. The most disrespected human being on the face of this earth is the black woman. And we're
Yes, it is.
already seeing Kamala Harris get disrespect because she is a black woman and she is a woman, period. The misogyny is jumping out.
Yes, it is.
And I'm seeing it. I'm surprised by seeing it from some of my male followers. And it's typically straight male followers. Their misogyny is jumping out. I ain't gonna call
Mm-hmm.
no names. Y'all
Mm-hmm.
want me to be messy, but I'm not gonna do that.
Mm-hmm.
But listen, this election right here, we got 102 days, y'all. So I need y'all to buckle down, register to vote, and vote blue. Vote for Kamala. All the way.
Mm-hmm.
It's Kamala all the way over here. I mean, Barbara Streisand has endorsed her. Beyonce has given her the clearance to use her song for her campaign and in her
Yep.
commercial, which is out,
Yep.
which was brilliant. Love the way she took down
It
Trump. The
was
goal
so
is to
good,
defeat
brilliant.
Donald Trump this
Mm-hmm.
November 5th.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I got to update my voter registration information. If you need to go, you got to change of address. Go ahead and take care of that right now.
And I know it
But
would be
it's Kamala
possible,
Harris all day
and it's
over here.
possible to happen too.
They have raised 1.2 million for her. Black women, 44,000 black women got on this Zoom call, because on Zoom you can go up to 1,000 callers on the call,
Mm-hmm.
but somebody must have contacted Zoom. And when I tell you, every black woman, famous, not famous, average, whoever, came on that call, that was a woman of the woman species,
Mm-hmm.
showed up and showed out, and they raised 1.2 million for this woman. Guess who else is starting to come on over to the Democrat side? Republicans. His own party is turning against him. I love every
Mm-hmm.
minute of it.
Mm-hmm.
So to the ones that were out here supporting Nikki Haley, it's Nikki Haley for Kamala Harris. A group called Nikki Haley for Kamala Harris. She is trying to sue them because they
What?
are donated to her. Everything is better than Trump. I hope everyone votes so he don't win.
Yeah.
Anything so he don't win.
Please.
And Madeline, you're in Sweden, so you're lucky. You got a little freedom over there. Over here in the United States, we don't. You know, we have our freedoms for now. We're holding on to it by, like Ish said, by a thread for
By
now.
thread. By
But
thread.
after this election, we will see. And to the ones, the blacks that are out here for Trump talking about, oh, Trump did this for us. Again, he did not. Let's go down the timeline of his racism, shall we? Because I posted that as well, too. Oh, I went
Mm-hmm.
crazy. I said I woke up and I chose violence this
As
morning.
you and we all need to choose that. At the end of the day, we
Um,
all need to choose that.
1973. This is what happened in 1973. Didn't I tell y'all that this man had a history of racism that dates all the way back to 1973? Ironically, the very first time Trump appeared in the New York Times pages, which was the newspaper highlighted in the blog post this summer, was because he was being sued for racial discrimination in 1973. Now, the Trump Management Corporation, run by a 27-year-old Donald Trump, was sued by the Department of Justice for violating the Fair Housing Act.
Mm.
Now, this is what went down. He refused to rent to a black tenant. This is what happened. And it says that Donald Trump was the speaker at Lehigh University 1988 commencement, in a speech that appears to have been pretty rambling, shocking. Now he says, countrywide, we have some serious problems. So many countries are whipping America billions and stripping the... Yeah, it continues on. 1989, ladies and gentlemen, guess what happened? Do y'all want to know what happened? The Central Park Five. 5 black men who were wrongfully accused, who he took a
Mm-hmm.
5-page spread out on and called for the unaliving of these 5 black men. So let's go down. 2000, the St. Regis Mohawk Indian record of criminal activity is well documented. Let's go down. Oh, y'all want me to stop? Tell her to stop. Make her stop. No, I'm not going to stop. 2004, Trump fires a black apprentice contestant for being overeducated, and who just recently came out and said that their uncle is racist, his nephew.
Mm-hmm.
But like Bill Maher said, and he said it best, facts don't matter to some people. He also got away with rape, and he sure did. He got away with that too. hmm And I love how his sister aired him out on that call with his niece. His niece written a book, Too Much and Never Enough, How the World's Most Dangerous Man Was Created, Mary Trump. Mary Trump is a never Trumper. She does not like her uncle. And Trump is intimidated by powerful women.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a powerful, independent, strong black trans woman who has an opinion. And the same way you can't pull the wool over my eyes is the same way you can't pull the wool over, God rest her soul, Crystal LaBeja's eyes. I speak her name because she is not here to speak her name. The same way Malaysia Booker or Regina Brown or Nina Pop or any other black trans woman who is outspoken, who is not here to say their name,
Mm-hmm.
I say their
Marsha
name
P.
for them. Marsha P, you can't say you cannot pull the wool over her eyes. Another one you cannot pull the wool over her eyes is, by God, all means, T.S. Madison. Madison can see the shit a mile away.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
And
And I
Trump
love.
is intimidated by powerful women.
Mm,
And Kamala is powerful. She says she knows his type.
thank you.
And I know his type too. And I've dealt with narcissists. So, yeah, he doesn't
Yeah, that's
like powerful women.
he don't like nobody that's in power that's not his color.
Or a woman
Uh
at that.
huh.
Or
Especially
a
if it's a
woman.
woman. Especially if it's a
Mm-mm.
woman.
Elizabeth Warren, Hillary Clinton. What did he say about Hillary Clinton? Oh, that's a nasty woman. And how he insults you, how he insults black people is the first thing he goes for is your intelligence. Because the same way they didn't want black slaves to read and write is the same way he calls
Woo!
us dumb.
Woo! Come on with it.
He calls us dumb. I mean, he called LeBron James dumb. Congresswoman Frederica Wilson, April Ryan, who was a CNN, was the was one of the reporters for the White House. What did he say to her? That's a stupid question. Abby Phillip,
Mm-hmm.
who was on CNN, who was a black woman,
Mm-hmm.
beautiful chocolate black woman. He insulted
Yeah,
her
he's
as well
threatening.
too. Yamiche Alcindor, PBS News, another black woman.
Mm-hmm.
But
Like
LeBron James, he called him stupid.
and like he said in his campaign, which a lot of people need to really pay attention. Everything is not to have a female run nothing. Oh, she's a female. She's a female. What does that have, sir? What does that have anything to do with it? And if you're running your campaign off of the whole she's a female, and if people is really backing that up, it's so sad to say. Like you said, the most hated person in the world is the black female. Is a female, and it's like that's not cool. How do you think you got here? Like it takes two to tango. So to
And we
sit
know
there
he
and
inherited. Go ahead, I'm sorry, Ish.
no, to sit there and try to like strip that away and try to make it seem like women is not powerful, they're not smart, anything like that is really like a slap in the face. Because like I said, look where you came from.
And also, speaking of Jim Crow, today is also Emmett Till's 83rd birthday. He would have
Whew,
been 83 years old.
we would have been
This is a black
82.
man who lost his life for whistling at a white woman. How
Hmm.
scary is that? That the times
Accused
that
of
we're in,
whistling at a white woman.
accused of whistling at a white woman
Hmm.
and lost his life.
Accused.
How
Hmm.
scary is that we're having to go back to the time that Emmett Till, who should be here, the same way Sonny
Hmm.
Massey should, or any other black
Hmm.
person that has lost their life just
Hmm.
for being black or as a threat, as Ish stated a minute ago.
Hmm.
How scary
That's
is
all it
that,
is.
Ish?
It's all about a threat. It's all about a threat. Emmett Till didn't do nothing he was going to visit his family. He got accused of whistling because of his skin color.
Oh yeah,
And
off the casino
and look
floor. Sure did, Naptown.
and then look at what the result was.
That
That's
would have been what,
disgusting.
1991? The casino. You forgot that he moved his black employers to the black. Basically, get the blacks off the floor. And then he showed up at that conference
Mm-hmm.
and talk about, well, you black people, you've been through so much. You've been through so much. You've been one of the ones that have taken us through so much. Your timeline dates all the way back to 1973.
Mm-hmm.
Your father, why was your father at a Klans meeting? There's no
Mm-hmm.
evidence that he was a supporter. But in 1927, your dad, Fred Trump, was arrested at a Klans meeting. What was he doing there
Mm-hmm.
in the first place?
What was
And
he
why
doing?
is it that you have
Always a good
ties
question.
to Steve Bannon, who's also what is it? One of the Grand Wizards for the KKK, also affiliated with the KKK? What do you have to say about that?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not make her stop. It's not. You can't make me shut up. Don't make me stop. I'm not gonna stop because I'm
Yeah,
spitting out the
the,
facts.
the real facts that needs to be heard and needs to be said. See, that's the problem. A lot of people be scared to speak up and say what's the truth, and it's always someone that's trying to quiet the person that has the most information, that's the most educated, and speaking the truth and standing up.
Another thing is, where's Omarosa? I want to know where's Omarosa. Where is
We got.
Omarosa? Did you know that they're turning? Did you know they're turning the Emmett Till Old House out into a museum? No, I didn't know that. I absolutely didn't. But anything, we got to continue to say his name. We got to continue to keep his legacy going. That man, that black man deserves to be here the same way Sonia Massey or Breonna Taylor or Sandra Bland or any person that has lost their life that is black. They deserve to be here. The same way Tony McDade, who is a black trans man, because I can't forget
Mm-hmm.
about my trans brothers too, lost his life by the boys
Mm-hmm.
in black and blue. And
Mm-hmm.
of course, the cases never get reported. Mainstream reported for a little bit. Yeah, you'll see NBC out, but the National Black Justice Coalition, the Congressional Black Caucus, that's another thing. The DOJ, the Department of Justice, see how they're looking into this case right now with Sonia Massey?
Mm-hmm.
Under Trump, the DOJ would be Trump's DOJ. And we see how he already has the Supreme Court in his pocket. Y'all saw how that judge granted him immunity and tossed the case out with the documents.
Which is so, which is so like, are you serious? Like, you guys are really backing this man up, knowing how horrible he is. So
And
basically,
they're
you're
calling
trying to
for an
tell
impeachment
society
of
that
those
it's
people
okay
too.
to be horrible in that way. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. It's a slap in the face. Like, we worked hard to get all black people work hard to get to where they at right now, and to have somebody try to strip that away because they don't like my color. Fuck you. Excuse my language, but fuck you. Like,
No, it's okay.
no.
Because I swear a little bit too. I have been having to swear a little bit as well.
Yeah,
Um,
like, cause it's annoying to know that my people sat here and did what they had to do.
absolutely, absolutely. And we need to be mindful of that, y'all. I love what Blossom just posted. She says, words have power. Words carry intention. And the words from VP Vice President today just wasn't it.
Hmm.
Unpatriotic protesters, really? I agree with her on that. I agree with her. Not on day one when she's elected into office, but on day zero while she's campaigning, because a lot of human basic rights are in her hands, whether y'all want to admit it or not. Especially if you are a trans person or a part of a marginalized group in this country. Those protesters that the war criminals denounced as millennials and Gen Zers, along with other marginalized groups, who will make it the most impact on this election. If we are not careful with our words and how we speak on others, we will end up with another Trump presidency. Exactly. And that
Hmm.
is what we are trying to prevent. Hashtag stop Project 2025. Everything we can do we can coexist together as moving parts. Although she's a better choice, she needs to do better, and I agree. Those words have power, and what you say to
Words have
people can
power.
impact and persuade their vote. The same way
Yes.
when his vice president got up there and called child women who don't have children, was it childless cat women, cat ladies,
It's
uh,
this.
and now you're
It's
starting to
disrespectful,
see,
disgusting.
yeah, it was misogynistic because there are some women who can't conceive, who can't bring children into the world,
Exactly.
who want to have
That
kids. So
wants to have
just because they
kids.
can't have kids, that doesn't make them a woman. You're not going to deny their womanhood. Hey, brother. Shout outs to my brother, the K2 Spot, host of the K2 Spot. We are here with Ish Brown. We're talking all things Project 2025 and catching up and seeing what Ish has been up to. But again, I'm still voting for Kamala. This wasn't it. The response could have been better, but yes, we got to continue to hold her feet to the fire when she gets in. But words have power. So what you say can persuade people's vote. So
Yep.
even with me, again, I'm riding all the way with Kamala on this because I prefer democracy. Move to Sweden if Trump wins. I'd love to. Yeah, some people don't have the luxury of packing up and going, packing a bag and just leaving the country. They
Mhm.
they can't do that. I'd rather
You
do like
can't.
Whoopi Goldberg said and fight for it. I'd rather fight for it because if a dictatorship happens, guess who not listening to what no man tells her to do?
Hmm. That
I'm not
house.
at all. I'm gonna do whatever I want,
That
however
office.
I want to do it.
Yep. That presidential office is not to be played with. That's not something to
And I
play with at
think
all.
that I think that Joe Biden did an excellent job. He said I passed the torch on down to somebody who is for the people. And I think by
Hmm.
Kamala will Vice President releasing this statement today, the letter that she posted, it was definitely insensitive, and your words matter. So I pray that she keeps polling the way that she's doing because the way she's doing right now, she's polling better than Trump. Trump is suffering from his vice president. He's literally crapping his pants, and he called her lying Kamala. But you sat up there on that debate stage and you told like what, 50 lies, 50 million lies,
Like he
or
always
even more than
do.
that.
Like he always do. And guess what? You got some people that's a-holes that likes what he's saying. And it's like, what's wrong with y'all?
It was if you watch the Daily Show, they did it where it's just like you had some people who were just like, okay, what do y'all think about what Trump said? And it was black voters. Guess who was two of the Trump supporters?
Oh.
Black women.
Mm.
I was disgusted by that
Hmm.
because he does not like black women, especially if you are a black woman with an opinion. Yeah, he wasn't going to pass it down. He was going to try to give it to someone else, but they put a bug in his head. Absolutely. But I'm glad. Kamala's in her 50s. Donald Trump is 78 years old. He is the oldest president in American history. And Biden is old too. Like 81. That's my grandmother, him and my grandmother are about the same age.
Mm.
But come on. I want somebody that is young and youthful. And when this millennial, come on, TikTokers, y'all know what y'all got to do. It's the K Hive. We got the Beehive for Beyonce, but the K Hive. Let me tell you something. I've seen Kamala Harris called a brat. The singer Charlie XCX. She has a song called Brat, and the album cover is green. Biden's 99. Yeah, he said it's time for me to pass the torch on down. I think his speech from the Oval Office yesterday was amazing. It is time to give somebody new a chance. A black woman at that. But a lot of people are stuck in their misogynistic ways where they think that men run the country. And it's just like, no. Times are changing. It is 2024. But what they're trying to do with this upcoming election is they're trying to reverse history back. And I'm not going back. Again, if we fall under dictatorship, I'm not following any of their rules. I'm not going to be told how to talk or say what I got to say because even truth tellers cause a lot of noise and trouble. And I'm going to go down a list of truth tellers: Angela Davis, Eldridge Cleaver, Huey P. Newton, James Baldwin, Monique. And if we haven't learned anything from the amazing interview that Cat Williams gave us this year alone, it is people will show you who they truly are. And that is facts. Uh-oh, I think we lost Ish, y'all. But yeah, I think we lost Ish. And y'all can see my hair, it's very, very heavy. So hopefully Ish is coming back. But like I said, I want you guys to be aware and critical of what is going on this upcoming election cycle. Make sure that you guys are staying informed, staying in tuned. It's a whole lot. But again, I'm riding with Kamala all the way because I can't do a dictatorship. Um, but yeah, it is 5:02. I broke down a lot. I gave y'all a lot of information. If you have not checked out the information, make sure you're following my stories to stay up to date on what is going on. Either his phone overheated or it died. But hopefully it should be joining me back. If not, then I am going to close out today's show. We will be back next week. No show tomorrow. And July went by so fast. It went by so fast, y'all. Like, I can't even tell y'all. It's going to be hard for black people to get jobs in education. It's going to be scary. Speaking of education, that's another thing. They banning books. They don't want you to learn about black history. I say this, and I'm giving y'all cuts and resources to where y'all can go and get books. Amazon is a great place to get books on black history. Another place to get books on black history is eBay. Um, Learn all you can, because I say this all the time, y'all. The most dangerous person in the world is an educated black person. Because, see, when you know the rule of law and when you know the policies, nobody can tell you nothing. So I need y'all to stay woke, stay alert, continue to hold Kamala to the fire. We're going to vote for her this November 5th. We get her in office, we continue to hold her feet to the fire. That's how we got to do it, y'all. I'm telling y'all. I work my last day tomorrow, then I have vacation for 4 weeks, so I'm happy it's August soon. Yes, like, this week went by. Yeah, they took black history out of schools. Critical race theory, they don't want people learning about that either. DEI, which is, they called Kamala a DEI hire. We know what you meant by that. Black. Because diversity comes in all forms. Disabled. It can be woman. It can be man. It can be the queer community. It can be anybody. But we knew what you meant by diversity. DEI hire, which is diversity, equity, inclusion. So, learn about your black history, because I'm going to keep providing the resources here for you guys on my show, and I'm going to do it in a way that is so cutting edge and edgy and fun, where we're learning together. All right? Telling y'all, 102 days, y'all. I want y'all to remember that. I want y'all to remember that. We got a lot to work on these next few couple of weeks. And before you know it, November will be here. November 5th is on a Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. So if you have not, go and register at vote.org. Go ahead and get registered. Get all your information, everything together. We gotta fight through this. We in for the fight of our lives right now. It's real. It's for the brasses. So that's all I got for today, Fashion Dolls. I think Ish's phone might have overheated or either died, if I'm not mistaken, but I'm going to close out today's show with this. I want you guys to be safe. Stay educated, stay alert and hip to what is going on. Most importantly, if you guys have any questions, you can refer to the information that I posted here on my IG. Definitely go back and check out the interview that I did with Keith Boykin, because we already touched on what they were trying to do, the policies that they were trying to put in place. That interview is pinned here on my IG page. And you said your birthday is in August. My girlfriend's birthday is August 30th. My best friend, my sis Felicia. So her birthday is coming up next month. Mine's is in October. I'm a Halloween baby. I'm a Scorpio. So October 31st. I can't wait. And we've got some amazing surprises coming up for the fall seasons. Like, we have a girl group that is coming on the show. October. So y'all just gotta stay tuned. I'm not dropping no hints. But in the meantime, I need y'all to go and check out everything on my page, review it, go and vote for that poll if you have not. I love y'all all, and I need y'all to stay tuned, stay woke, stay alert to what's going on. Let's do this because we are going to fight together. All right? We're not going back. Take care, everybody. I love y'all. And this interview will be uploaded to Style by Stevie Daytime on YouTube. And I also post on my community tab, so check it out there as well, too. And again, let's keep going.